Have you ever wondered why your presence gets ignored instead of respected? It's not about status or appearance, it's because your energy reveals too much. They watch you beg for attention. They notice you trying too hard to fit in. They feel your desperation when you avoid difficult conversations, and that's exactly where you hand them all the power. When your presence lacks weight, people instinctively test how far they can go. People don't consciously decide to disrespect you. Their nervous system decides it before logic even kicks in. The universe doesn't reward feelings. It doesn't care about your effort or good heart. Reality responds to pressure, certainty, and emotional control. True strength doesn't announce itself. It doesn't whine or justify. It simply exists, quiet, smart, and unstoppable. Remember when someone treated you like garbage? Maybe your words got brushed aside, your messages delayed, or your seriousness turned into entertainment for others. Why did that happen? Simple. They felt safe doing it. Your energy whispered there'd be zero pushback. Respect isn't earned through sweetness. You earn it when others realize they can't shake you, manipulate you, or predict you. When just being near you makes them hesitate before crossing a line. This video reveals the hidden rules of building magnetic presence, the kind nobody can ignore or control. These aren't feel-good speeches. This is raw human behavior science, the blueprint for becoming unbreakable. Stay until the final principle. It transforms everything. Now drop this line in the comments. I cannot be moved. Number 1. The core of presence. Let me ask you something real. When did you last question yourself while talking? Wanting to speak up but staying quiet because you weren't sure how people would react? That split-second freeze? That's where your influence vanishes. Strength starts inside your mind, not your body, your thoughts. Confidence rises and falls. Certainty stays, and people can feel the difference instantly. When your brain is steady and sure, everything shifts. Your voice gets sharper. Your words hit harder. Your quiet moments feel heavier. People unconsciously start matching your rhythm instead of you chasing theirs. Nobody follows someone who keeps asking the room for permission. Most folks sabotage themselves by doubting internally. They enter rooms wondering if they deserve a seat. They talk and immediately look around for agreement. They act, then wait nervously for someone to say it was okay. History proves one thing clearly. Hesitation signals permission for others to take control. When people smell uncertainty on you, they'll probe. They'll push your limits. They'll speak louder than you. Not out of evil, it's instinct. Humans naturally follow the confident and dismiss the unsure. An ancient thinker said, "People judge more by sight than touch." Think deeply about that. Followers don't obey because you're bigger or louder. They follow what they witness in your gaze. Doubt leaks through body language first, shifting focus, restless gaze, searching posture. But certain eyes, they command, they lock in. They don't request, they declare. Here's your rule. Never show hesitation to the world. Even when confused inside, move like your path is locked in. Talk less. Move with purpose. Make every step look planned, not rushed. This doesn't mean fake knowledge. It means you own your choices fully. When you decide, you commit hard. No sorry. No second guessing aloud. No fishing for others to tell you it's fine. That's how you build a vibe nobody questions. When you stop doubting yourself, the world stops doubting you too. Drop this in the comments. I am decided. Number 2. The shield of hidden emotion. Now let's discuss the shield. You know what separates beginners from experts? Beginners reveal everything. Experts reveal nothing. Keep your emotions locked inside. I don't care if you're furious, thrilled, heartbroken, or excited. The second you leak it, you surrender your steering wheel. Think about the last time someone annoyed you and you exploded. What happened next? Did they retreat? Maybe temporarily, but they also memorized exactly how to trigger you again. You handed them a manual for your weak spots. This is where discipline shows: neutral tone, relaxed posture, reactions locked behind intention. Not because you're empty inside, you feel plenty, but you decide what escapes. Mystery earns more respect than honesty, because the human mind fills unanswered space with worst-case assumptions. People respect calmness because it feels like dominance. When someone can't decode you, they automatically assume you're smarter, more experienced, more dangerous than you actually are. A wise strategist once wrote, "It's not required to speak every thought in your head. Read that twice. You owe nobody a backstage pass to your mind. Your ideas, your reactions, your plans, these stay yours until you choose otherwise." When they can't read you, they fear guessing wrong about you. And that fear becomes invisible armor around you. Here's how this plays out in the real world. Someone insults you during a meeting. Instead of defending or attacking back, you pause. You look at them calmly. Maybe you nod slightly. Then you keep going like nothing occurred. What just took place? You didn't react, so they have no clue if you're unaffected, plotting revenge, or simply didn't register it as worth your energy. That confusion makes them uneasy. Now they're the ones feeling naked. The shield of hidden emotion turns you into a mirror. Others project onto you whatever they fear or admire, and you never correct them. You just observe, absorb, and act accordingly. Stop explaining yourself. Stop defending your decisions. Stop revealing your cards before the game ends. Drop this in the comments. I am a mystery. Number 3. The strategic use of fear. Let's be crystal clear. You don't need to yell at anyone. You don't need to bark orders, fire off threats, or create dramatic power displays. You just need people to understand that disrespecting you carries a price. This is where most get it backward. They think power equals aggression, being loud, intimidating, harsh. But that's not fear, that's just noise. And noise gets ignored. Real fear is silent. Real fear grows from the feeling that testing you would be a mistake they can't take back. Never overreact. Never scream. When someone disrespects you, don't mirror their energy. Instead, turn colder, harder, more distant, the kind of silence that makes them rethink everything. People instinctively fear what reacts less, not more. Silence forces the other person to finish the story themselves, and they rarely imagine friendly endings. Think about it. When someone yells at you, you might jump, but you also know they're emotional. Emotional humans are easy to predict. You can wait them out. You can handle them. But when someone goes ice cold, when they pull away, stop responding, and their face goes blank, that's terrifying. Because now you have no idea what they're thinking, what they're planning, or whether you just created an enemy who will quietly erase you from their world. History shows respect lasts longer when people hesitate to cross you rather than feel comfortable exploiting you. This doesn't mean hostility. It means a presence that demands careful behavior. It means people choose words carefully near you because they sense you're not someone to test. Example time. Someone cracks a rude joke about you in front of a group. Everyone laughs. Here's what you don't do. Laugh to seem cool or snap defensively. Here's what you do. Let the laughter die. Then look at them. Not angry, just present. Hold their eyes a beat longer than comfortable, then shift the topic or leave. No explanation, no scene, just a temperature drop. What happened? You didn't entertain it. You didn't validate it. You marked it. And now that person plus every witness knows you're not to be played with. Let others adjust themselves. Your calm is the warning. Drop this in the comments. My quiet is strength. Number 4. The skill of emotional distance. Here's a tough truth. Nothing drains a person faster than caring too much. When you obsess over outcomes, focus blurs. When you invest feelings into results, clarity dies. When praise or insults shake you, your edge disappears. You must reach a level where nothing disturbs your inner rhythm. Not attacks, not applause, not failure, not victory. This is the ultimate power, when outside chaos doesn't dictate your inside calm. Most humans are puppets to their moods. Someone compliments them, they soar. Someone criticizes them, they crash. They wake up happy, so they hustle. They wake up sad, so they quit. That's not power, that's being remote controlled by life. When you don't react, you steer the game. When others hunt for a reaction and get silence, they lose leverage over you. They brought weapons, but you're not even fighting the same battle. A philosopher once noted, "A smart person does immediately what a fool does eventually." What's that mean? The fool waits until emotions settle to act logically. The smart person is already logical, not needing to wait because feelings don't run the show. Emotional distance isn't coldness, it's strategy. The moment you stop identifying with every feeling, you stop being controlled by them. It keeps your mind clear while others drown in impulses. Here's how you train this. Start small. Someone cuts you off in traffic, notice your anger, then release it. Don't feed it. Someone ghosts your text, notice your worry, then drop it. Someone succeeds where you failed, notice your jealousy, then ignore it. You're conditioning yourself to witness emotions without becoming them. You feel it, acknowledge it, then move forward. No dwelling, no spiral, no letting it control your next step. When you nail this, you become dangerous. Because while everyone else reacts emotionally, you're thinking clearly. While they defend their egos, you position strategically. While they're trapped in feelings, you're 3 steps ahead. Drop this in the comments. I am emotionally untouchable. Number 5. The game of mental leverage. Now we dive into the real playbook, mental leverage. True power doesn't announce itself. It doesn't demand obedience. It quietly shapes people's actions by understanding their worries and desires. You gain influence not through force, but by placing yourself in their brain as someone they can't challenge, and you do this through watching. Most people talk too much to notice anything. They're so focused on what they'll say next that they miss everything unfolding. But you observe, you listen, you study. You use observation like a weapon. Information alone isn't power. Timing is. You notice what excites people, what makes them defensive, what they hide, what they brag about, what topics they dodge. And you don't use this intel to please them. You use it to position yourself perfectly in their mental map. A strategist once wrote, "The intelligent person doesn't expose themselves to risk without cause." This applies perfectly to social warfare. Don't reveal yourself unnecessarily. Don't share plans before execution. Don't explain your strategy mid-game. You use silence as a mirror. Listening isn't passive, it's positioning. They expose themselves while you calculate. Example, you're negotiating. Most people ramble trying to convince, but you ask questions. You let them speak. You catch what they emphasize, what they dismiss, where they pause. Every sentence they say feeds you data. Then, when you finally talk, you frame your position using what you learned about them. You're not randomly selling, you're hitting precise mental targets. This is how you control without commanding. People believe they're making independent choices, but you've shaped the environment they're choosing within. You've framed the conversation, you've set terms without them noticing. Those who study emotion from the outside control those stuck inside it. That's mental warfare. Subtle, invisible, total. Drop this in the comments. I observe everything. Number 6. The law of iron boundaries. Let me share something life-changing. Every time you accept disrespect, your presence weakens. Every excuse you make for mistreatment, every time you let things slide for peace, every moment you explain why you deserve basic respect, you're teaching people you're negotiable. And negotiable people don't radiate power. They radiate doormat energy. Strong people guard their space like sacred ground. No bargaining, no apologies, no justifications. When something violates your peace, you end it immediately. Not with drama, not with long speeches about hurt feelings. You simply end it. You remove yourself. You cut contact. You proceed. When someone tests your silence, disappear permanently. 1 warning is generous. 2 warnings is weakness. A master once said, "Whoever wants obedience must know how to lead." And leading begins with leading yourself, having standards you refuse to lower. Not for friendship, not for opportunity, not for loneliness. Boundaries aren't arrogance, they're proof you rule yourself. Boundaries don't correct behavior, they filter access. They signal you value your energy, time, and peace more than being liked. Here's what this looks like. Someone repeatedly flakes on plans with you. Most people keep forgiving, keep excusing. But you? After round 2, you stop reaching out. You don't confront. You don't explain. You quietly withdraw your effort. If they notice and ask, you're honest but brief. I don't chase anymore. What happened? You enforced a boundary without begging for respect. You demonstrated through action that your time matters. Now they either step up to that standard or vanish. Either way, you win. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be respected. And respect flows from self-respect first. Stop explaining boundaries. Stop defending why you won't tolerate certain behavior. Just enforce them silently and watch how fast people adjust. Drop this in the comments. I am non-negotiable. Number 7. The weapon of strategic absence. Sometimes the strongest move is vanishing. Not dramatically, not with announcements. You just pull back your energy, attention, presence, and let people feel the hole you leave. Most make a fatal mistake when disrespected. They stay and argue. They debate. They try proving their worth. They keep appearing, hoping the other person will finally see their value. But that kills your power. When someone takes you for granted, when they waste your time, when they treat your effort like trash, your response shouldn't be confrontation. It should be absence. You don't explain. You don't send paragraphs about feeling hurt. You don't give them the satisfaction of knowing they affected you. You just become unavailable, unreachable, uninterested. A wise leader once taught, "The lion can't avoid traps, and the fox can't scare wolves." So be a fox to spot traps and a lion to scare wolves. This means be smart enough to recognize when someone's wasting your time and strong enough to walk without looking back. Here's what happens when you vanish strategically. The person who ignored you suddenly notices your absence. They reach out. They apologize. They promise change. And here's the key. You don't rush back. You stay distant. You let them wonder if they lost you forever. This is psychological warfare at peak level. You're not attacking. You're not punishing with words. You're removing the one thing they didn't appreciate until gone: access to you. Practical example. Someone constantly cancels on you. Instead of complaining, you stop planning. They text expecting your usual fast reply. You answer hours later with minimal effort. They invite you out. You're suddenly busy. What shifted? You flipped the power without mentioning how they treated you. Now they're wondering. They're uncertain. They're trying to figure out what changed. This works everywhere. At work, when someone ignores your input, stop giving extra. Do exactly what's required, nothing more. Don't stay late. Don't volunteer. Let them manage without you and watch them struggle. In relationships, when someone treats you like backup, remove yourself completely. No speeches, no drama, just absence. Let them experience life without your attention. See how quickly they realize what they had. The beauty of strategic absence is it protects your energy while teaching your value. You're not petty, you're practical. You're investing where you're appreciated, not where you're taken for granted. But critical part, you can't vanish, then sprint back the moment they notice. That ruins everything. When you pull back, stay back until you witness real change, real effort, real understanding of what they lost. And sometimes you never return. Sometimes you discover life's better without them. One act of strategic absence teaches more about your worth than 1,000 words could. People don't miss explanations. They miss patterns, and absence breaks the pattern. Words fade quickly, but removing access hits where it actually hurts. It costs them the comfort of having you around. It costs them the convenience of your availability. It costs them knowing you'll always be there. Let people learn this lesson. You're not a guaranteed fixture in their life. You're a privilege that can be removed. And once removed, restoration isn't easy. This doesn't make you cold. It makes you valuable. Valuable things aren't available to everyone constantly. Drop this in the comments. My absence teaches lessons. Number 8. The throne of invincibility. When all these elements combine, certainty, silence, discipline, control, something magical occurs. You rise above normal behavior. You stop chasing approval. You stop explaining. You stop reacting to every poke or celebrating every tiny win. You move with silent authority because nothing inside you shakes anymore. At this level, you don't intimidate. You stabilize the room. And people sense it. They can't name it, but they feel it. They measure words around you, lower voices, second-guess approaches, not because you threatened. Your presence alone demands it. That's the aura nobody can resist, the aura of complete composure. Think about people you've encountered with this quality. They didn't announce importance. They didn't need titles or volume. They just existed at a different frequency, and everyone else adjusted. That can be you. But it demands commitment. It demands you stop seeking outside validation and start building inside certainty. It demands you train yourself out of emotional reactions. It demands you set boundaries others will call harsh and maintain them anyway. Fortune favors the bold. But boldness isn't recklessness. It's courage to stand alone in your values when everyone else compromises theirs. You don't become invincible by dodging pain. You become invincible by mastering it, by walking through discomfort without flinching, by losing without breaking, by being insulted without defending, by being tested without cracking. This is the throne of invincibility, the ability to stay yourself regardless of outside pressure. And when you reach this state, you'll notice something strange. People who challenged you will suddenly respect you. People who dismissed you will seek your opinion. People who overlooked you will feel your absence, because you stopped playing their game. You stopped needing their approval. And in doing so, you became the most powerful player on the board, because you stopped reacting and started regulating. Drop this in the comments. I am invincible. So, here's the real truth about power. It isn't about aggression. It's about being unmoved. In a world drowning in noise, silence becomes intimidation. In a world of constant reaction, stillness becomes control. In a world where everyone screams for attention, the person who doesn't need it becomes magnetic. You don't need permission to be respected. You don't need a title, credentials, or anybody's stamp of approval. You only need discipline and courage to stand alone in your certainty. Most will never grasp this. They'll keep hunting validation, reacting emotionally, accepting disrespect, wondering why nobody takes them seriously. But you, if you've made it this far, you're already different. You're already willing to do what others won't. You're already constructing something most are too scared to attempt. If this message hit you, smash that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this truth, and subscribe to Winds of Thought, because we're diving deeper into power dynamics, human psychology, and strategies that actually work in reality. Drop this final line in the comments. My presence is unshakable. Remember, the world rewards strength, not fairness. It respects boundaries, not kindness. It follows certainty, not doubt. Stay ruthless. Stay calm. Stay above emotion. Your aura is forming right now with every decision you make. Make it matter.